If AI starts replacing student thinking, learning collapses. And this semester, I didn't just see signs of that, I saw the reality. I watched a student hand me a perfect essay, but when I asked him to explain the second paragraph, he froze. He couldn't do it. Not because he was cheating, not because he was lazy, but because he had quietly lost the habit of thinking for himself. It forced me to rethink everything I believed about AI in education. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what I got wrong and the 3 analog protocols I'm using to fix it starting next week. When I created my prompt engineering course, I had one goal: prepare university students for a future where AI is everywhere. They already use it every day for essays, for reports, for summaries. I wanted to teach them to use it the right way, carefully, ethically, with skill. At first, it looked like a success. They were generating polished answers, their projects were cleaner, their workflows were faster. I thought I was helping them build a modern skill set. But I missed something critical. I was judging the output, not the thinking behind it. I thought I was a genius. I had no idea I was building a trap. The first sign that something was off happened during group projects. Students completed reflection questions with AI, and the answers looked perfect. But when they presented, they could not explain their own ideas. They had writing gaps, note-taking gaps, and attention gaps that I could not see because AI was covering them up. And the worst part is simple. I taught them the strategies that helped them avoid the struggle. That realization felt terrible. Then I read the book called The Digital Delusion. The author said something that stopped me cold. It was this: investing in air conditioning improves learning more than giving every student a laptop. Then another sentence hit me even harder. Saying technology has the potential to improve learning is to admit it is not improving learning now. That was the moment I had to face it. I had been repeating the line about AI potential for years. My students were the ones living with the results. My students are EFL learners from Korea, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Uzbekistan. They need reading stamina. They need writing fluency. They need the ability to think out loud and explain their ideas clearly. AI was not supporting those foundations, it was replacing them. And because the answers looked good, I did not see the damage until the very end. When students stopped writing by hand, their clarity faded. When they got answers instantly, their concentration dropped. When they used AI to explain ideas, their ability to speak those ideas collapsed. It was never about cheating, it was about dependency. So I'm redesigning my prompt engineering course from the ground up. All of the activities that do not require AI will be analog. No Google Docs, no digital readings, no silent classrooms full of laptops. We are going back to thinking with our hands, and that means implementing 3 specific protocols this winter break. Protocol number 1, the cold retrieval routine. We are building stronger learning muscles. Every single class will start with printed readings and handwritten processing. No screens allowed for the first 20 minutes. We are moving from looking it up to pulling it out of their own brains. Protocol 2, the visual guide framework. I'm redesigning every worksheet. My students struggled because the old pages were dense walls of text. Next semester, the worksheets will be visual maps that guide their thinking step by step, rather than confusing them with information overload. And Protocol 3, the analog first rule. This is the new scaffolding for problem framing. Students must define their problem and sketch their prototype on paper before they are allowed to touch a keyboard. AI is still the tool, but it is not the foundation. Thinking is. I'm still teaching AI, but I'm teaching it with a new purpose. The goal is not speed. The goal is not perfect output. The goal is to build students who can think clearly without AI so they can use AI wisely later. 5 years from now, I want my students to say this: the professor cared about us. He did everything he could to help us succeed. This semester showed me something I can never unsee. AI did not weaken my classroom, my assumptions did. Now I'm fixing that. This video marks a complete change in what I teach and what I share on YouTube. I fell for the AI hype, and I taught it with real belief, but no more. From now on, my work is focused on protecting student thinking, rebuilding real learning skills, and being honest about what AI is doing to our classrooms. In the next episode, I will take you inside the moment that forced me to reset everything and explain how this shift will shape my students next semester. Thank you for watching, and teach with care.